Hey everyone, hey wellness crew, just give me 1 sec to get set up real quick. See if I can get this set up the way I want it to be. But I may not be able to. What the conundrum? We will be getting to, here we go. Okay. So we will obviously be getting to yoga and Pilates. I just wanted to be able to see the chat. Hi, Angelina. Oh, that's great. Yeah. I actually really enjoy doing pole dancing. I think it's a lot of fun. I haven't done it in a minute, but it's so much fun to do. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to begin by beginning seated on our sit bones, right? We're going to have our feet placed in front of our body. And what we're going to do is we're going to have our arms straight out in front of us. We're going to very slowly roll vertebrae by vertebrae all the way down until we get to our head. We're going to lift up our legs into tabletop position. And what we're going to do is we're going to place one foot down and then the other. One foot down and then the other. We're going to do this nice and slow and controlled. We're not going to do this super fast or anything like that. We're going to have this nice, slow, and controlled. I really want you to feel the core engagement. And I really want your lower back to be sinking into the mat or the floor or wherever it is that you're doing this. Hopefully a mat. And I'm so glad that finally in Texas we are somewhat hitting the fall weather. I say somewhat because I think it's going to get up to 80 something degrees today. So short-lived maybe. A little short-lived. So again, just continuing switching those legs. We got 3 more on each side. Last one. Awesome. We're going to go ahead and place those feet in front of us. And if you need to grab onto your body, you can. We're going to slowly roll back up and then have our arms nice straight in front of us. Hi, Ray. Yeah, moving to the rhythm of the music is really cool. That's the one thing that bums me out about YouTube is that I can't have my music playing. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to get into, I guess this would be called chaturanga, but we're going to come up into upward facing dog. And we're going to open up our knees and come back into child's pose, allowing our forehead to rest on the mat. We're going to come up into upward facing dog. And we're going to open up our knees and come back into child's pose. We're going to go ahead and get into downward facing dog. So the palms of our hands are in front of us, and we're going to have our feet behind us, trying to get our heels towards the ground, relaxing the neck. We're going to go ahead and bring our knees towards the mat, and then come back up into downward facing dog. We're going to come into plank, and then go back into downward facing dog. We're going to repeat that 3 more times. Knees, downward facing dog, plank, downward facing dog, knees, downward facing dog, plank, downward facing dog, knees, downward facing dog, plank, downward facing dog, knees, downward facing dog, plank, downward facing dog. We're going to go ahead and walk our hands in towards our feet, forward fold, allowing our neck to relax. And we're going to slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. This is when my hair gets crazy. Okay, we're going to lift our arms up overhead. Bring our hands together. We're going to go ahead and lean to the right. Now we're going to lean to the left. We're going to come into goddess pose. So we're going to widen out our legs. We're going to bend our knees. We're going to leave our elbows bent and our hands up. We're going to go ahead and get into a side lunge. Oh, thank y'all so much for the likes. Arctic, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you saying that. Yes, squeeze your glutes in plank. Now we're going to go ahead and come into a forward lunge, kneeling, going ahead and raising our arms up overhead. Really grounding that right foot into the mat. Bringing our hands to heart center, we're going to go ahead and turn to the right. We're going to bring our left elbow to the outside of our right thigh. Get a nice little spinal twist in there. Bringing our hands back down to the mat, we're going to come back into that side lunge. And we're going to switch sides. Come onto our left leg. Now we're going to go ahead and come into a kneeling lunge on our left leg. Bringing our arms up overhead. Reaching up nice and tall. Bringing our hands into prayer center. We're going to go ahead and twist our right elbow to the outside of our left thigh. Getting a nice spinal twist in here. Coming back to center, bringing our hands down, coming into that side lunge. Coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Relaxing the neck. Still toeing our feet in just a little bit so we can come into a standing position so we can get into goddess. So our knees are bent. We're kind of like in a plie squat. And we have our elbows bent. Our palms are facing forward. And coming into a standing position, we're going to go ahead and bring our legs together. We're going to go ahead and breathe in, lifting our arms up. We're going to lean to the right. And we're going to lean to the left. Awesome. Let's go ahead and get into tabletop on the ground. Hi, Curtis. Hi, Isabella. I just close my eyes for more concentration. I don't fall asleep. All right, so we're going to go ahead, raise our top of our head and our bottom, arch our back, and as we bring our head down and tuck our bottom in, bring our back towards the sky. We got 4 more. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get into child's pose for just a moment. All right, so back onto our hands and knees. What we're going to do is we're going to extend an opposite arm and an opposite leg. So I like to start with my right leg and then extend my right arm, excuse me, and extend my left leg and then do the opposite. So extending that right arm out and that left leg, bringing them down, and then extending the opposite. This is just more ways to get warmed up and to test your balance just a little bit in a safe way. We got 4 more each side. And before we move on to a more traditional balance position, we're going to go ahead and have our heels touching each other. We're going to be on our toes. We're going to have the fingertips of our palms in front of us. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and come up onto our toes, staying onto our toes the entire time. Okay. Nice and slow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Let's do a forward fold real quick. And slowly rolling up. All right, let's get into those balance positions. So we're going to go ahead and start with eagle. We're going to bring our right leg over our left. Try to bind it around. Our left arm under our right. And switch sides. So bring our left over our right. Bring our right under our left for eagle. Release. I was supposed to stay up the entire time. That's okay. All right, mic's still on. That's good. We're going to get into tree. You can have tree. You can have your the arch of your foot be on your ankle. You can have it be on your calf, or you can have it be on your upper thigh. You just don't want it to be on your knee for safety reasons. So in tree, you can do a couple things. Regular tree, you would have your arms up like this. But if you want to do like a prayer hands tree, that's totally okay. So we're starting with our left foot grounded, our right leg is up, and we're getting our hands, our arms into tree position, whichever one you decide. And relax. All right, awesome. Okay. Let me go ahead, fix my sweater. Although I am very grateful for sweater weather. And thank you guys so much for the likes. I appreciate y'all very much. We're going to go ahead, slowly come back onto our backs. We're going to lift up our legs again to that tabletop position. We're going to go ahead and slowly lower our right leg down, and then our left, and then our right, 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 and then our left. 3 more each side. Our right, and then our left, our right, and then our left, our right, and then our left. We're going to go ahead and bring both feet to the mat, a little bit closer to our bottoms. We're going to go ahead and raise up into a bridge, hold, and slowly come down. Raise up, hold, toes, heels, and slowly come down. Raise up, toes, heels, and slowly come down. Raise up, toes, heels, slowly come down. Raise up, toes, heels, slowly come down. One more time. Raise up, toes, heels, slowly come down. Thank you, Blitz. I appreciate that. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is we're going to extend our left leg. We're going to bend our right. We're going to go ahead and lift our head up off of the mat. And as we switch legs, we're going to go ahead and bring that head down and bring it back up. Switch legs, bring the head down and bring it back up. Switch legs, bring that head down and back up. Now we're going to go ahead and bring our fingers interlaced behind the back of our head. And what we're going to do is we're going to do bicycles. So just kicking our heels forward. You can have your toes pointed or not, completely up to you. Most bicycles are like this anyways. And backward. And both feet on the ground. 3 nice deep breaths. All right, let's start on our left-hand side. Thank you. So we're gonna go ahead and rest our head on our left hand. Let me move up a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. I know the lighting's a little bit off. My ring lights do not reach over here. I need to get a longer extension cord. So what we're gonna do is we're going to bring that right knee in, extend, in, and extend. Thank you so much for the likes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Okay, so now with our leg lifted up just a bit above our left foot, we're going to go ahead and place it down in front of our left foot and then place it back behind our left foot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Thank you so much for the like. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and switch to the other side. Thank you so much, Blitz. I appreciate you. That's very kind. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to bring that left knee in towards our body, okay? So bringing it in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Thank you so much. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Okay, so now we're gonna go, oh, I should have left my foot above my right foot, my bad. So now we're gonna go above and forward and above and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Thank you, Blitz. 24, very sweet of you, hon. 25, 26. Thank you, GP. 27, 28, 29, and 30. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and bring that right leg forward. Let's get into a pigeon position. So we're going to bend that right knee. We're going to fall forward onto that leg. And we are going to rest our forehead onto our forearm. And we're going to go ahead and switch sides. Good point. Do not forget to hydrate. So if at any point you forget to bring like water or anything like that, or something to sip on, always feel free to pause any of my videos, any of my live streams, if you're watching them back, and grab something to drink. Staying hydrated is incredibly important. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and get into a straight-legged forward fold stretch. Raising our arms up overhead, leaning forward. Awesome. All right, and now we're all set. Thank you so much for the light. We're going to get our right leg, we're going to put it on top of our left, stacking our knees on top of each other. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and come forward with our fingertips and get a nice stretch in our glutes, specifically our right glute area, our right hip. Try to relax the neck as best as you can. And slowly coming up, we're going to go ahead and we are going to switch legs. So we're going to have our left leg on top of our left knee stacking on top of our right knee. We're going to go ahead and come forward with our fingertips, getting a nice stretch in our left glute, our left hip. All right, awesome. All right, and that's really all that I had for everyone today. It was going to be pretty simple, pretty easy, just incorporating a couple of Pilates moves, incorporating some yoga moves, and just combining them together. So if anybody has any questions or anything that they would like to talk about, either related to yoga or wellness or anything along those lines, I am here to answer any questions that you may have. You're very welcome. So if you have any questions or anything like that, I am here to answer them. And if nobody has any questions or anything like that, then I'll go ahead and sign off. No, Donnie, that's not what I'm here for. Hi, Philip. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much again for joining today's live stream. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and or join one of the membership tiers as it is popping off. Oh, what do you do for ankle pain? Okay, so it would just be kind of dependent on where the ankle pain is. So it could be kind of several things. What I personally like to do, and you can look this up on Google, is called voodoo banding. It's where you basically compress your ankle, the ankle area, with a very tight compression. And it just really makes my ankle usually afterwards feel amazing. It gets all of the little like knots or any of the little gunk that's kind of stuck in my muscles, my ligaments, my tendons, all that kind of stuff. It kind of helps get rid of that. And I'm using very layman's terms, obviously. So that's something that I would definitely. So if it's all around the joint, that's when I would definitely consider consulting a physician. Whenever you're dealing with like joint type of stuff and things along those lines, that's when it may be time to get an x-ray done. It may be time for some physical therapy. It just depends on, if you're having any type of painful movement, either when you're pointing or flexing, if you're doing circles with your ankle. Again, I'm not a doctor, but it just kind of depends on if you're having any type of impingement with the movement, if you're having any type of pain with the movement, things like that. So it's just kind of something that you definitely want to definitely get checked out if there's anything major going on. If it's just kind of slight uncomfortability. Another thing too is that you want to think of our bodies as X's. So this hip to this ankle, this hip to this ankle, right? So here to here, here to here, that's an X. Here to here, here to here, that's an X. And so this corresponds to each other, and this corresponds to each other very much. So you want to definitely think about mobility. And so if you have tight calves or anything like that, that could also be contributing to any tightness that you may be carrying in your ankle as well. If you have a lot of tightness in your hips, that may be contributing to it as well. Just think of your body as two X's. Okay. Awesome. All right. So yes, thank you so much again for joining my live stream. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and or join one of the membership tiers as it is popping off. And I will see y'all on the next video or live stream. Be well, stay wild as well.